Okay, I know that no one is watching this, but this is just a way for me to do a quick update and get it uploaded to YouTube before the Illinois Orchid Society meeting tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff in bloom right now. A lot of it was in spike before I went on vacation, and the sun is already setting, if you can't tell, and so I want to get this video in before I lose all the light. I'm gonna have to probably move everything really soon because I'm about to get a new roof on my house and garage, and all this is gonna have to come out. And also all of the plants that I'm babysitting for Steve, who was trying to get some sold, they're going back to him at the Illinois Orchid Society meeting tomorrow. I wanted to share this Arangus fastidiosa, that's Steve's. I didn't do anything special, but I did manage to bloom one of his deflast plants. It has a bloom right here, and if you belong to the Illinois Orchid Society, I guess you can buy it from Steve tomorrow at the meeting. But I don't know, it's pretty nice. But yes, all his plants that you're seeing right here, these are all going back to him, and I'm sure Steve would be happy to take your money in person. All right, what do I have? My Neophonetia, I don't know if I'm gonna take it to the meeting tomorrow. The flowers are pretty much fading. Now, it had 4 flowers on the second blooming at one point. I've managed to bring out a whole bunch of my Richard Muellers. So let's come around. My Clandier is done, but I do have a second bud of it coming in right here. That's pretty exciting. Today was the Chicago Judging Center meeting where we get together and judge once a month. I presented my paper on the breeding of red Phalaenopsis, and there was only 5 people, so if you have stage fright like I do, it works out really well. This right here is Angel's Fantasy by Richard Mueller. I took this to judging. None of the stuff I took to judging got awarded because they had problems like this one. I'm pretty sure Cricket ate that one right there. They did like, I took it to judging because I liked how really flat this flower was. So Angel's Fantasy crossed to Richard Mueller is Fantasy Bird, I believe. And this is the breeding that Peter Lynn did in an attempt to put flares on the petals. And you can see it just a little bit on this one. I'm not going to take this one because I didn't bloom it. It came in bloom, and you need to have a plant in bloom 6 months before you take it to an IOMS meeting. This is Dendrobium tannii that I got from H&R. These blooms are lasting a really, really long time. This right here is another Richard Mueller cross. This is, I believe, Pahuela Spots right here. And then I have some, I don't know if I'm going to take these at all. This is Mingle Sapphire by Cuthbertsonii. These are my Aussie high-lows. I have 2 of them. This behind here is, it's Angieri crossed to Cauchii, then crossed to Richard Mueller. I think I showed this in a previous What's Blooming. This right here is another one from a different crossing of Angieri, and you can just see that even though these 2 have the same parents, the flowers are not really the same. And I think this one's got much more flowers. This one's much more yellow. They've been open about the same time. I have an Otara Hidden Gold here that I got from Peter Lynn. Let's see. I have here, I think I showed this last time. This is from Exotic Orchids of Maui. It is Richard Mueller crossed Key Lime Stars. I'm not planning to take all of these to the iOS meeting tomorrow because I've got a lot of Richard Muellers in bloom. I have a lot of Richard Muellers that are fading. So like this is Mini Song crossed Richard Mueller right here. So it has this, and I've even blasted a bud on it. And so this had 2. And you can see that I've already lost a flower there on the ground there. let's see, this one, this little guy, I think this is Richard Mueller crossed to little stars. I think it is. It's stuck in the back right there, and there's a second one of it right there. This over here is Sunset Glory. That's Tenebrosa across to Richard Mueller. I am not seeing very much coming out at Richard Mueller here. I got this from Dr. Bill's Orchids. I did a pre-order with Dr. Bill when he was putting in an order to POM in Taiwan, and I got 4 from him, and I picked them up at the fall show last year. Then, let's see, this is Adenocarpa across to Richard Mueller. Oops, that flower just fell off. Let's come around to the other side right here. So I have that. I don't know if this one can come because I'm having a little bit of problem with the flowers on these basically growing through my netting. So this is the other flowers. There's one here. It's this is its 3rd spike right here that's in bloom. Nice thing I like about Adenocarpa is it really increases the flower count on that. Adenocarpa is an encyclia. Here is another Otara Hidden Gold. It has 2 nice flowers, and then you can see I have that weird warped flower thing going on again here. I think this was in bloom in my last meeting, my last update. Here is Goldfinch, BC Goldfinch, which is Cernua across to Richard Mueller. It has a 2nd spike, but the light's getting a little dim, but actually this thing right here is not any good because I'm pretty sure some animal has chewed through it. If we can, the focus is not great on this live, but there you go. And then this right here is Hawaiian Treat. Let me bring the phone around. So there's Hawaiian Treat right there. So it's too bad it's so late right now. My hibiki is still blooming. I don't think I can, nope, I can't zoom in at all. So let's see what else is blooming. So yeah, I don't know which of those. I mean, I'd like to take the Goldfinch, but it seems like it's on its last legs. This is Kiritsubu across a Chantilly Lace. This would have been really nice if I didn't have all these damage on the petals already. So probably isn't going to go. I've had a little bit, it's been like cold and then really hot here, and we're having a little bit, so you can see I'm probably going to lose this bud. It's a different color on this one. This is Capri Lay cross the Encyclia Tampensis right here. It's a really nice, heavily Brutonia influenced flower. It's round like the Chantilly Lace right here, and then it has brilliant red splashes on white. But it's not open yet, so it's probably not going to go to the iOS meeting. Let's see, right here, this is Fairy Moon Sweetie. I don't know what is going on with my Nobile types. I have a huge number of blooms going on here in the summer. They really should be blooming in the winter. And then I have another one who's, I'm not going to try to dig through this mess right here and figure out what they are, but I have another Nobile that's heavily blooming right now. Of course, I have my Epi Green Hornet, my Encyclia Green Hornet, that's still in bloom. The light's really, really going right here. So this is Fran's Jewels. This is Eye Candy Pinky. I got a Sunset Glory here. If I said the other one was Sunset Glory, it's not. This one is Purpurata cross to Richard Mueller. Then this right here, this is Catasetum Chuck Taylor. I took this one to judging today. I didn't think they would award it. I thought if people were feeling really generous, they might have given me an HCC of 75. It's really a little bit underflowered. The presentation is a little bit off. Like, see, I've got this gap right here, reducing the presentation on this, but I have these really nice, wide, like petals and flowers. If it's still doing okay, I'll take it to the iOS meeting tomorrow. This right here is Brassicoccatlea AC Oliveras. So when I think I showed it last time, it had 1 spike open and 2 in bud. The one that was open is already done, but I have 2 more finishing up right here. It can't really go because, see, the flowers have gotten a whole bunch of damage here. The second blooming of my David Sanders is, I think I showed, I don't know if I showed the first one, but it had some really kind of weird mutant double lip going on. It was like peloric. I don't know what the heck was going on. It's like it didn't have petals. It just had lips, lips, and more lips. Petite stars. Let's see, I have a second bloom of the Doll's Horizon going on right here. So the first one is finishing up. This is a rarity. You don't see this. Nobody wants it, of course, because it's awful. But this is a white Richard Mueller. Yes, I have Richard Mueller, and it's white. I can't seem to get rid of it. I can't really bring myself to compost it, but nobody wants a white Richard Mueller. I think this is Golden Tang right here. Then behind here, I don't know what this is. I can't dig in for it. I'm really making that hard for people to see. So I have a whole bunch of Richard Mueller blooms right back there. I think it might be some kind of yellowbird. Oh no, I know what this is. This is the Hawaiian treat that I got from Waldor Orchids. That's what this is. So if I could bring the other one around, it's much more orangey. And then this right here is my Copper Queen. Another flower right there. And then this is, see, all these things are fading. When I showed this in my last video, this was doing really great. So this is my Richard's Bonanza, which is Bonanza Queen, crossed to Richard Mueller. And then I've got a spike coming in there, but it's not in bloom yet. I can't call it is. This is Golden Peacock right down here. The Cerulean guttata's holding on, really damaged flowers, but hey, it's like, I'm gonna keep blooming for a while. The Serena O'Neill opened a lot more. It's scented, if you like. A lot of encyclias are scented. That's pretty nice. I think I'm gonna take that to the meeting tomorrow. So let me back up here. The light's really, really going. Oh, and I have one more, and I'm not quite sure which here is my best Richard Mueller that I should take to the meeting. So this is Girac Canary, and I got this from Nats. So that is my quickie before the iOS meeting update. I am sure that when I put all these in the bin tomorrow, lots of them are going to fall over and not survive the trip. So hopefully everyone can watch this video and see what I have in bloom before tomorrow.